It's April 25th, 2022. I'm Todd Dunn, and right now I am driving into Bar Harbor. I've just come from the summit of Cadillac Mountain, and I left up there about 15 minutes ago. So it's very quick. And what we're going to do as I drive in here is just have a look at the various inns to see what is and is not open. And so far, most of the inns are open, not all of them. Looks like Ledge Lawn is not open yet. And here is a motel. And they're still working on it. I don't think it's open quite yet, but it will be soon. And what I'm going to do is just drive up here to Main Street, and I have to turn right today because before I can film downtown Bar Harbor and the waterfront, I have to go over to the hospital to have a blood test as a precursor for a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So here we go. Here's the village green, and the lawn does look very green for the first time in quite a while. And we're headed here to Main Street, and we'll turn right today. Yeah, a number of the little businesses are open, and vacancy in the Ivy Manor Inn, so it's open. And things are starting to get going. This motel, they're still working on it, so it is not open yet. And we'll see if the Grand Hotel appears to be open. That's this big one right here on the right. And it is open. So things are starting to get going here in Bar Harbor. Some of the restaurants and the like are open, and the hotels are also opening up. I'm just going to go down and turn to go to the hospital, and we'll pause the video now. Well, I'm just pulling out of the hospital. It went very quickly, took about 20 minutes. They weren't very busy. So we'll head into downtown and take a look at how busy downtown is, and also look at the waterfront. And even though many of the hotels are open, there are still people working on them. These people appear to be planting flowers in the gardens here at the Grand Hotel. And incidentally, the Bar Harbor Grand Hotel is a relatively new hotel that was built to, in a modern way, mimic an old hotel, also named the Bar Harbor Grand. But I don't know how long it's been since that one was around. So it looks like all but the motels here in town appear to be open. There's a nice vacancy sign for the Ivy Manor Inn. And things are getting going. They are working on the sidewalk there at the Village Green. Looks like they're going to build a new sidewalk. And a lot of the businesses appear to be open. I'm basing that on the open signs and the open doors. And there's a fair number of cars parked here on Main Street. And a lot of them have out-of-state plates. So the tourist season is getting going, but as you can see, downtown Bar Harbor here at 10:35 in the morning on a Monday is not what I would call crowded. There are a few people, but not many. And we'll see if we can find a parking spot down here, and then we'll have a look at the waterfront and Agamon Park. You see, they're working on the parking areas in the road. They have a lot of parking blocked off. Yeah, I think I can pull in here right next to Agamon Park. All right, I'm standing in the middle of Main Street right now. Not something I would probably do in a month, but it's not too bad. Looking away from the waterfront here in downtown Bar Harbor. Oh, more businesses are open than was the case a few weeks ago, but not everything is open yet. So let's walk over to Agamon Park and take a look out over the harbor. So here's the park, and I'll stay off the nice green new grass. They have not yet uncovered the fountain. I expect that by the next time I come back, that will have happened. And the plants here are starting to bud out. They are even a few small leaves, so it's going to look a lot different here in just a few weeks. As we walk down to get a good look at the harbor and the waterfront here in Bar Harbor on April 25. I have to come back here tomorrow, but it's supposed to be raining, so I don't think I'll shoot another video. Hey, as you can see, docks and things are not in. That's the dock that the schooner Margaret Todd sails from over there. They don't have their float in. The town does not have their floats in yet, although there are a couple boats out in the harbor. A skiff, somebody's lobster boat is out, and a lobster boat. And over there we see the first whale watcher of the season is at the dock. So things are starting to get going. However, still not very many people. And I will note that the town has not yet put its parking meters in for the summer. I think they're going to do that about May 15th is when they go into effect. So you still have free parking if you come in the next 3 weeks or so. We are looking up at downtown Bar Harbor from Agamon Park. As we scan over toward the Bar Harbor Inn, which is open. I don't know if their restaurant is open. Last time I looked at their website, they said the inn was open, but the restaurant wasn't. So there we have the Porcupine Islands and Bar Island, and the tide is in enough that you can't get to Bar Island, and I think it's going out, so this afternoon you can probably walk over there. Okay, let's just take a very brief walk up Main Street to see what it looks like today. Well, here we are on Main Street, and there's actually a fair amount of work going on here getting things ready for the beginning of the season. And certainly a month from now, everything will be open in Bar Harbor, and you'll be able to come in here and get the full Bar Harbor experience, including paid parking. We'll walk up to Cottage Street, and then I'm going to head back to the car and we will drive over to the supermarket. There's the view down Cottage Street, and it looks pretty quiet, and lots of workmen working on buildings here, getting things ready to go. Okay, I'm heading back to the car, Although it looks like if I wanted, I could nip in and get myself an ice cream, which is more attractive now than it was last time I was here, when the temperature was in the upper 20s. It's in the middle 40s here today. Okay. I just pulled out of my parking spot on Main Street, and we're going to go down Water Street and take a quick look at the Waterfront Hotels and see if they are showing any signs of life. And so far, it looks pretty quiet. But we'll note the signs as we go past the hotels. The West Street Hotel might be open. And La Bella Vita restaurant is open. So you can get something to eat here, and there are places to stay, and as I said, pretty much everything should be open in another couple of weeks. And lots of the weekly rental homes are open now. You can rent a house for a week if you want, or for a couple of nights. And no problem finding a place to stay. Lots of vacancies. And the town is looking very tidy now that they've pretty much cleaned up from the winter. And we're heading over to Cottage Street, where I'm going to go to the supermarket. And then I have to head home, because I have to feed the kitty again. She's a sick kitty and she is getting tube feedings. Okay, here we are at Cottage Street. And I'll make my turn. It looks pretty quiet down here. And Jordan's restaurant is closed still. At least that's what I deduced, the big sign saying, sorry, we're closed, to me. As we pull into the Hannaford supermarket. And I'm going to end the video here. Hope you enjoyed this quick look at Bar Harbor on April 25th, 2022. And this is probably the last video I'm going to shoot on Bar Harbor until tourist season is going full steam, which will probably be tourist season will be going full stream in just a couple of weeks, but I won't be back here except for tomorrow in the rain, probably for at least a month. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video today. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't, why don't you consider subscribing to my channel and maybe even click that notification bell. Thanks for watching.